Okay, we are live. And ஒரு நிமிஷம் ஒரு சின்ன ஒர்க் இருக்கு. மெசேஜ் good for now. Okay. Okay. ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் என்னன்னா சிலிண்டர் ஷேப் மாற்றணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருந்தாங்க. ஸோ இதுதான் அந்த ஷேப்பு. ஆக்சுவலாக அந்த ஷேப்பு எப்படி கொண்டு வரணும் அப்படின்னா சிம்பிள் தான். அப் அண்டு ஒரு சிலிண்டர் கொண்டு வரேன். என்னோடய சிலிண்டர் ஷேப்பு இப்படி தான் இருக்குதா, அதுக்கு என்ன காரணம்னு சொல்லியிருந்தேன். இனிஷியலைஸில் போயிட்டு இந்த ரெசல்யூஷன் இருக்குது பார்த்தீங்களா, இந்த ரெசல்யூஷன், அதாவது இந்த ரெசல்யூஷன் வந்து சேஞ்ச் பண்ணணும். ஸோ இப்போ நான் க்யூப் செலக்ட் பண்ணேன்னா எனக்கு க்யூப் இருந்துச்சு. பட் க்யூப்பில் வந்து நான் டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக ரெசல்யூஷன் வச்சுட்டு நான் க்யூப் செலக்ட் பண்ணுறேன் அப்படின்னா எனக்கு டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக வரும், டோட்டலாக டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக வரும். ஸோ இப்போ ஸ்பியர் நான் செலக்ட் பண்ணேன்னா என்னோடய ஸ்பியர் இந்த மாதிரி ஃபார்ம் ஆகும். ஸோ நான் சிலிண்டர் செலக்ட் பண்ணேன்னா என்னோடய சிலிண்டர் இந்த மாதிரி ஃபார்மேஷன் இருக்கும். ஸோ நான் எல்லா சைஸும் ஈக்குவலாக கொடுத்துட்டு இப்போது சிலிண்டர் கொடுக்குறேன் அப்படின்னா என்னோடய சிலிண்டர் இந்த மாதிரி கிடச்சிரும். ஸோ சிம்பிள் ப்ராசஸ் தான், யார் வேணால் ட்ரை பண்ணலாம். ஸோ பட் எனக்கு இது தேவையில்லை அப்படிங்கிறப்போ நான் வேறு சேஞ்சஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். இப்போ எல்லாமே 12 கொடுப்போம். 12. ஓகே, என்னோடய பழைய ஸ்பேர் வந்துச்சு, பழைய சிலிண்டர் வந்துச்சு. ஸோ இதுதான் ப்ராசஸ். இது வந்து ஃபேஸஸை டினோட் பண்ணும். ரெசல்யூஷனுங்கிறது ஆக்சுவலாக ஃபேஸஸை டினோட் பண்ணும். அந்த ஃபேஸஸ் வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணி எவ்வளோ பாலிகானை வந்து நீங்கள் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிக்கலாம், இல்லை ஹெக்ஸகன், பென்டகன் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரிலாம் எடுத்துக்கலாம். ஆக்சுவலாக ஸ்கொயராக ஆகிடுச்சு. இப்போ 2 கிரிட்டுங்கிறது வெறும் பிளேன் தான். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி என்ன வேணால் பண்ணிக்கலாம். இப்போ ஜஸ்ட்டு எக்ஸாம்பிளுக்கு இந்த இடத்துல நான் ப்ரெஸ் பண்ணி இழுக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னா எனக்கு எப்படி வரும்னு பார்க்கலாம். மூவ் டோபாலஜி ஹேண்டில் பண்ணி அதை மட்டும் எப்படி கொண்டு போவேன் மறந்துச்சு. அப்புறம் ஈஸி தானே. இது ஆக்சுவலாக ஸ்பியர்னு நினைக்கிறேன். let choose button. Switch data. Okay. சரி கொண்டு பட் அது என்ன ஷேப்புடா ஓகே நிமிஷம் ஸ்ட்ரீமை என் பண்ணிக்கிறேன் திரும்ப நான் ஸ்ட்ரீம் பண்ணுறேன் வெயிட் பண்ணு சொல்லுடா சொல்லுங்க ஃபோன் பண்ண நான் சொல்லல சின்ன கால் டன் முடிஞ்சிச்சு எடுத்து ஓரமாக வச்சிருச்சு கிஸ்மோ 3D பாய் யூஸ் பண்ணி சொல்லு கிஸ்மோ 3Dயா கிஸ்மோ 3Dயில் இருக்குது டிஃபார்மர் இருக்குது டிஃபார்மர் யூஸ் பண்ணி பண்ணலாம் இனிஷியலைஸ் பண்ணிடுறேன் பிரச்சனை பண்ணேன் கிஸ்மோ புரியலன்னு சொல்லிடாத கிஸ்மோக்குள்ளே போனால் நிறைய டூல்ஸ் இருக்கும் அந்த நிறைய டூலில் டிஃபார்மர்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒன்று இருக்கும் ஸோ இது ஒன்று ஒன்றா அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணுற மாதிரி இருக்கும். இல்லை டேப்பர் ஸ்லைஸு ஆக்சுவலாக உனக்கு எப்படி பண்ணானுங்கன்ட்டே தெரில எனக்கு. அதாவது பேஜே ஸ்க்ரீன்ஷாட் எடுத்து அனுப்பேன். அந்த பேஜ் அப்படியே ஆக்சுவலாக அனுப்பி நீ தப்பு பண்ணியா நான் தப்பு பண்ணிட்டுருக்கேனான்னு தெரிஞ்சிடும். ஓஹோ ஹோல்லாம் பண்ணலாமா? ஓகே டிஃபார்மர் டூலை வச்சு கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டேன். ஓகே கிஸ்மோ டூலில் வந்து என்ன பண்ணணும்னு பார்த்துக்கோ. ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம் நான் வேறு ஃபேன் யூஸ் பண்ணுறேன். இந்த ஃபேன் சவுண்டு டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக இருக்கு. ஓகே இப்போ இதில் வந்து கிஸ்மோ 3Dயில் வந்துட்டு நம்ம ஆக்சுவலாக நம்ம என்ன சிலிண்டர் தேவைப்பட்டால் சிலிண்டரை கிளிக் பண்ணோம். கிளிக் பண்ணிட்டு இது என்னன்னா ஹோல் க்ரியேட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு இன்னர் ரேடியஸு. அதுக்கப்புறம் இது வந்து ரெசல்யூஷன் சூஸ் பண்ணுறது. ஸோ எனக்கு இதில் வந்து 6 எத்தனை எவ்வளோ சப்டிவிஷன் 6 ஃபேஸஸ் வேணுன்னா 6 ஃபேஸஸ் நான் கிளிக் பண்ணிக்கணும். வேறு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ஃபேஸஸ் தேவைன்னா எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ஃபேஸஸ் கிளிக் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அதுக்கப்புறம் இதில் டிவிஷன்ஸ் ஆட் பண்ணுறது வெர்டிக்கல் சப்டிவிஷன்ஸு. ஸோ வெர்டிக்கல் சப்டிவிஷன் வேணுன்னா வெர்டிக்கல் சப்டிவிஷன் கொடுத்துக்கலாம். ஸோ இது மட்டும்தான் இதில் மேட்ரு, வேறு ஒன்றுமே இல்லை. அதுக்கப்புறம் இது கோன் மாதிரி ஆக்கியாச்சு. இங்கேயும் கோன் மாதிரி ஆக்கணும். ஆக்கிட்டேன். உன்னோட ஆப்ஜெக்ட் கிடச்சிச்சின்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ அவ்வளோதான். இந்த கோன் மாதிரி ஆக்குறது வந்து ஜஸ்ட்டு இதை கிளிக் பண்ணிட்டு ஆல்ட் அமைக்கிட்டு ப்ரெசன்ட் ஃப்ரண்ட் அண்ட் பேக் மூவ் பண்ணேன்னா எந்த இடத்துக்கு போகணுமோ அந்த இடத்துக்கு போயிடும். அதாவது ப்ரெஸ் பண்ணிட்டு ஆல்ட் அமுக்குனோம்னா அப்படி மேலே போகும். ஆக்சுவலாக வெர்டிக்கலாக கரெக்டாக பக்காவாக மேலே வந்துடும். ஸோ இதுதான் உன்னோட டவுட்டுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். மோஸ்ட்லி கிளியர் பண்ணிட்டேன். இதில் வந்து நீ பண்ணுங்கள். ஓகே நான் ஆக்சுவலாக என்னோடய ஒர்க்குக்கு போகிறேன். இதில் அதுக்கு முன்னாடி இன்னொரு விஷயம் என்னென்னா அக்செப்ட் பண்ணணும். அக்செப்ட்னு ஒன்று இருக்கும். இதை கொடுத்துட்டு கிஸ்மோ 3D போயிடு. அவ்வளோதான். அக்செப்ட் இதில் இல்லைன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஓகே ஃபைன், இதை யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். தேவையில்லையா? ஓகே சேஞ்ச், அதாவது ஓரியன்டேஷன் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணால் அக்செப்டும் வருது, அக்செப்ட் இல்லாமல். ஓகே ஃபைன், அவ்வளோதான் மேட்ரு, வேறு ஒன்றும் இல்லை. ஓகே தேங்க்யூ. ம் 1 2 3 4 8 பேஜஸ் இருக்கு. உடம்பு வலிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிடும். Choose append. Choose append in the subtool and play out. Wait. அதுதான் டிஸ்பிளே ஆகும். ரெண்டாவது ஜாமெட்ரி பேலட் ஓப்பன் பண்ணணும். கிளிக் ஆன் ரீகன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் சப்டிவ். ஓஹோ, அந்த மெத்தட் ஒர்க் ஆகுதான்னு பார்க்கலாம். அப்பண்டு சிலிண்டர் இப்படி தான் வரும். ஓகே, ரெண்டாவது அப்படி ஜாமெட்ரி போகணும். ரீகன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் சப்டிவிஷன் 1 2. ஓ சாரி, நான் சூஸே பண்ணல. ரீகன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் சப்டிவ் 2 தடவை கிளிக் பண்ணிட்டேன். ட்ரையாங்கிள் ஆப்ரேஷன் ஸ்கேன் சென்டா இதுதான் வந்துட்டே இருந்துச்சு அந்த பையனுக்கு. ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம். less wall segment of displayed. workout ஆகல. mesh contains triangle. Okay, triangle எடுக்க தான் செய்யும். move on 3D நாலும் அதேதான். Y button is deactivated. ஓ, இது ஜஸ்ட் மூவ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு தான் கிஸ்மோ 3D யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, வேறு எதுவுமே பண்ணல. ஆனால் இந்த ரீகன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் சப்டிவிஷன் மட்டும் ஒர்க் ஆக மாட்டேங்குது. இந்த ப்ராப்ளம் முன்னாடியே வந்திருக்கு, ஆனால் நான் வேறு மெத்தடில் ஹேண்டில் பண்ணிட்டு போயிட்டேன். நான் வேறு என்ன மெத்தடில் ஹேண்டில் பண்ணேன்னா, ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபார்மில் போயிட்டு ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபார்ம் போயிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் ஆக்டிவேட் சிமிட்ரியில் வந்து ரேடியல் சிமிட்ரி கொடுத்து எத்தனை ஃபேஸஸ் தேவையோ அத்தனை ஃபேஸஸ் செலக்ட் பண்ணி ஆக்சுவலாக ஸ்கல்ப் பண்ணிட்டேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸ்கல்ப்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன். ஸோ ஸ்கல்ப் பண்ணோன்னே எனக்கு ஒர்க் அவுட் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஸோ பேசிக்காக இதில் இருக்க மெத்தட் தான் ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும்னு அவசியமே கிடையாது. நமக்கு அதில் இருக்க ஆப்ஜெக்டை கொண்டு வரணும். அதுக்கு ஏதாவது ஒரு மெத்தடை நீ கண்டுபிடிச்சா போதும். ஸோ அவ்வளோதான். ஓகே, நான் என்னோடய ப்ராஜெக்ட் எடுக்கிறேன். ஸோ இனிமேல் நான் இங்கிலீஷில் தான் பேசி ஆகணும். பிகாஸ் இந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் வந்து யூரோப்பில் உள்ளவங்களுக்கு. ஓகே ஃபைன். ஓகே, இது எத்தனாவது லெசனு? ஒரு நிமிஷம். 4வது லெசன். பார்ப்போம், சீக்கிரம் முடிச்சேன்னா உனக்கு நல்லது. தென் கீபோர்டு ரெடி பண்ணுமா? கமான் கீபோர்டு. ஓகே, கீபோர்டு வந்துச்சு. ஸ்டீப்லர் கீபோர்டு வந்துச்சு. ஜிப்ரஷ் போனால் கீபோர்டு இருக்கும். பட் கீபோர்டை மார்க்கி போடாது. கீபோர்டை மார்க்கி போடாதுன்னா அங்கே வச்சுக்கலாம். Okay, Krishna, sorry for not making the video perfect on the last session. Here I think I will make it perfectly, I think. So now if I activate the floor, I get the same image which I saved on the previous video. Now I have to make the hair look exactly the same, and here there comes cut in the hair. Okay, let's do that. Before that I have to explain the previous keystrokes and everything. So okay, now I'm going to do masking. Let me explain the masking. Wait a minute. Okay, let's explain the masking. In order to activate the mask, you have to press Control and then you have to click and drag. So what's the purpose of mask is that you can work only on the non-masked surface. Example, if I draw something in here, the mask layer won't be affected, won't get affected. That way you can eliminate something that you don't want to disturb anything. Okay, if you want to release the mask, you have to just control and click and drag on the outside canvas, then the mask will be eliminated. And you can also do something like this. If I click Control and just drag over the object, you will get the mask. but on the behind you don't get the mask. Then sorry sorry. Now if you have to, if you want to move or pan the object, you press alt and just click and hover the mouse, then you will get everything. Now I am just releasing my alt key. Now if I go up and down, I will get the zoom in and zoom out effect. If I press the alt now, and I can pan my object and move anywhere I want. If you want to, if your canvas is so filled like this, if your canvas is filled, if you want to move the object, you can move either by going outside this white line. You see here there is a white border around the workspace we are working on. So I will just click in here. I can rotate, but I can sculpt anything outside this white border. So if I press click alt and then just click and zoom out, otherwise, or you can always use right mouse button. If sorry, right mouse, if I use right mouse button, I can use it as rotating orientation and everything. Now I can use alt and press right mouse button to make the zoom in and zoom out effect as the same. Okay, now I have to tell you about the masking. We can either mask the, if okay, now I am masking. No, if let's get in the mask. For the mask, I'm going to darken the mask. That means I am going to sharpen the mask. Okay, I'm going to sharpen the mask. In order for that, we can use something like this inverse. If I give inverse, the mask will get inverse, and the unmasked part will be masked, and masked part will be unmasked. And then I'm again inversing this. If you want to clear the mask, you can clear the mask. For undo, just Control Z. For redo, Control Shift Z. I will explain it right after this. Mask all means you can mask everything. Clear, blur mask if you want to blur the mask. Example, if I draw something like this in here, if I want to blur the mask, you can just click in here. You will see short blurring. Wait, let me sharpen the mask and you will see the blur. If I blur the mask, you will get something like this. This will be handy if some part you can have something like this. You will get a smooth deformation. If I get a sharper mask like this, see, you will get a edge like this. You won't able to, you have to smoothen it afterwards. That is something you have to figure out your own way. This is something you have to do according to your product. Okay, I'm going to Control Z for undo. For undo. If you want to get a redo, you can go for Control Shift Z. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to use shortcuts for the masking options. Control, click and drag to eliminate all the mask. I don't want that. Okay, fine. Now Now let's get into that. um, Now I'm going to, what should I do? Sorry. Okay, masking. I'm masking right now in here. Now if I want to draw darken the mask, I am going to press Alt and just click on here. Sorry, just Control Alt and just click in here to get the mask darkened. If you want to blur the mask, you can click Control and just tap on the mask surface. You can give the blur effect to the mask. And if you want to make a unmasked part inside this mask, you can use Control Alt and just click and draw. You will get a unmasked portion, and if I just tap, I will get a sharpen mask. If I just control and tap, I will get a blurry mask. If I want to remove the invert the mask, I have to control and just tap on the outside canvas. That's all. I can just tap in, tap out. Okay, fine. If I want to eliminate all the masks, I have to just control, click and drag to eliminate all the mask inside the ZBrush. Okay, now that's all, everything that you have to need on the masking. Then you can do I will tell you something on the panning. I have said the panning and zooming. Orientation will be simple, just something like this, just clicking and hovering around the canvas. If you press shift, you will snap at some point, snap at a 90-degree perpendicular to this. You will see here you get front face, front view, side view, and everything. It will it will be very useful if you are sculpting a character. Okay, now let's see. If your object is something like this and you want to be perfect something around like this, but your icon, your origin will be showing like this, but it is not perfectly 90-degree. So I will just click in here and just press shift. It will snap at the correct 90-degree. You will okay, you will see perfectly right now. This is you will here you will see this head. This head is at 90-degree, but our object is not at 90-degree. But so in order to snap at certain perpendicular view, I have to just click on the outer canvas and press shift. I will get a snap. So I can do something like this, and you can even rotate by snapping. Just press shift and then click and then release shift, and you move the cursor, you will get the rotation. Then just shift to snap the object. If I want to flip it horizontally, I will just shift and release the shift. Sorry, shift, click, release shift, and then shift. You can get this way. So that's all. That's all you have to need. Now let's get into the sculpting. Okay. Now I will release the Shift M to magnify. Shift M is the magnifying effect, and then let's give Control P, Shift P. Shift P will denote the floor in and floor out. I will also tell you something more important. If you want to know each tool, what it means to you, and what function it will do. If you want to know that, just hover over the icon and press Control. It will show you what this icon will do in a simple definition, so you can understand it entirely. So it will be for all the subtools and icons and everything. This is literally a guide for ZBrush. If you want to know, you can do that. And this is entirely my custom UI. So this will speed up my process. For that I am using like this. I will tell you where are the tools that I have been using right now. These are the tools that I have in this there are a lot of tools in each and subtool geometry. There are a lot of tools in here. So the tools that I use most often, I have just picked everything and make it my own subtool, make it my own menu, so that I can just easily navigate around the ZBrush. If you have any doubts, you can just pin me. I will just tell you wherever it is. Okay, now let's do the sculptor. I have done this. Now I am going for my clay builder brush. Okay, let's move on. I think we have a slight marking in here, so I am doing something like this. That will make our model look nasty, so don't do that. Here there is a dent, I think, and here I have told you something about wait a minute. I have told you about draw palette, and then get in here, fill mode, and use the enhance factor, and I will edit whatever I want to. Here there are some little minor mistakes. Mostly we have finished, but even though we have to tweak it in order to get a perfect. Wait a minute, I have a call to attend. Hello. சொல்லுங்க மேம். SBI மேம். ஓகே மேம். ஸோ தேவையில்லை. ஓகே மேம், ஓகே மேம், தேங்க்யூ, பாய். Okay, that's something that I did for some little kids charity thing. Okay, fine. Let's get into the video. Do I need to tweak something in here? I think so. Shift P. See, there is a difference in here. I think there's a little curve under the nose you can see something here. If I get a very really good contrast photo, then I can surely make it perfect, but this is somewhat little tricky photo. Okay, fine, let's make the nose somewhat. Oops, I have changed the option. Okay, I get into perspective. Perspective. So perspective is something you have to keep in mind. If you make a 3D object, then you can go for perspective. If you have make a 2D or 2.5D object, then just to be with orthogonal. That's not much difference that you can make. So it won't be a big of an issue. Okay, this is good, so good. Okay, this is the nose that we are having now, and this is something a little strike. That's not necessary, I think. So let that be. Okay, now I have to get into the eye. Okay, let's bring down the enhance factor. Draw palette, then go to enhance factor, then reduce it down, and you can see everything that we're working on. Okay, fine, that's good. Now we have something like this, something like this, something in here, and let's do some here and here. Also the nose is very important because this is the first major projection in the whole object, so you have to be very careful with that. And then let's get into here, get in here. Now we got done with the faces and everything. Okay, most of the parts we have covered. Now shall we go for yeah, there's a simple thing that I can do right now. Let's go. You won't see anything in here. If I press Ctrl Shift, you can see clearly what we have doing. Just activate the floor. For this, the major thing that we can do is ZBrush don't provide all the ZBrush will provide all the details and everything, but the depth that you have to get on the manufacturing side, you have to be very careful with how much projection depth you have to give. Example, you have to give much higher depth if you go for a very small print or something like that. I'm not so much familiar with that, but I have some clients that ask me I need more depths in order to get my object very well. So from that experience, I'm just telling you. Just to pop it on. I will do something like you won't get an engraving like this undercut or something like that. So I will just mask it out and extrude everything in the backside, so you won't get any issues. You have to keep in mind that you are going to machine this, so you have to make mostly suitable for the machining purpose. You have to keep in mind before designing. That's a part we have to keep in mind very carefully, because designing is so simple, but making the product exactly as the design is the very crucial part, I think. So you have to be careful about having that knowledge. Okay, now I am building up the outer ear. Then so first of all, don't get angry with your model that it's not exactly like him, or it's not exactly as I thought. It will come out fine after you have finished everything. So don't bother about all the details that you need in a quick or easy way. It will take time. So be patient. It will come out fine. Okay, let's add some more depth. Okay, now let's get in with the projection. I am going to read anyway something. Before that, I have to make a don't make a Dynamish again and again. It will spoil your all your effort in a simple way. So don't do Dynamish often. Make all the things, make all the necessary detailing and everything, and then use if you provide details, then use project while doing Dynamish. If you haven't, then just Dynamish will be enough. If you provide minute details like this in the model, then don't do Dynamish just by deactivating the project button is in here. Let's go for the geometry palette and then go to Dynamish, and you will see this palette in here: Dynamish, group, polish, blur, project, and resolution. You can crank up the resolution as much as you need, but you have to consider what computer that you are using before doing such things, because it will crash sometimes. Sometimes, mostly often, if you can't access much polygon. If you need much more polygon, then use a simple way by using Dynamish, and then use divide at the same point. There are a lot of methods to overcome that issue of crashing. I can play music while I am silent, but it will get a copyright or something like that. So that's an issue. Okay, let's get in here and see. I think that is not much of a hair. Yeah. So I don't have to put a lot of things like showing the hair or something like that. It's not even a hair. See, I make a lot of mistakes. I'm not familiar with relief or something like this because I'm entirely into 3D models. I think that's much easier for me. This is a lot of sculpting works. But I kind of like this too from this model. I like this model so much. Uh, okay, then let's see. Good. Okay, how to tweak the enhance factor. See, masking will be in a huge masking will be a huge help in here. Uh, Example, let's say something like this. Oops. Control and press just draw over this and sharpen the mask, sharpen the mask, sharpen the mask, sharpen the mask. If I have to move this entire thing, this bottom portion, then I can use the mask without touching the uh, top portion. If I do some not, if I clear the mask and if I do something like this, the upper portion also get affected. So uh, masking will be a great help if I have some conditions like this. Okay, fine. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. This is a form. Previously, the icon that shows is what it says means. It says that do you want to delete the undo history that you have done previously. Yes, we have to delete the undos before we start another timeline from that portion. If you don't have any software knowledge, then you will find it somewhat difficult to get the output, because you have to work on. Actually, this is like entirely like sculpting, just by doing it in a digital fashion. It is entirely sculpting, so it will be somewhat hectic if you don't have any kind of skill or something like skill for sculpting or drawing or something like that. Sometimes you will get very much frustrated. You will get angry at yourself, but don't be. You will make the object just as you want. If you have the patience, that's everything you need for this. So I'm here the previous option. Mm, I'm just dipping it down by subtracting the extra glaze inside the eye. That will lower our resolution or detail fineness, something like that. So I have to be very careful with all the details. So if I get a close photo, I will get a good work on this. Just guns all the things, guns all the things here. Then if I deactivate the solo button, then I will get a somewhat clear. Or else you can move these things. Moving will be much easier, I think. It will be hectic if you get into something too much like this. You can't able to navigate around. So that's a big problem. But you will get a hang of it in few projects. So don't worry. I'm just pushing it around by using Alt plus move, Alt move button. Um, how it's done, I will show you something clear, much clearly. Okay, if I just move, it will just move something like this around the axis that I have been dragging the move push. But if I click and then use control, then uh, uh, move up and down, I will get a perfect projection around the 90 degree of the face that it's been in here. If I, example, if I do something like this, you will get a projection at this portion. Because it's perpendicular to this will be 90 degree to the plane that I have been dragging. This will be 90 degree on the plane that we have been dragged. So that's the thing that it will do. Just press click and use alt and then move. Use that, then you will get something like this. This will be handy in a lot of the cases. Okay, now what should we do? Okay, fine. We have done a lot of things. Okay, how much time that we have put now? 1 hour. Within within the next hour we will finish this entire thing. I think so. Okay. Okay, let's work fast. Let's work fast. Um, I have explained a lot of things, so don't worry about that. You can always contact me for the further doubts or anything like that. So don't worry about worry if I miss something or if you have doubts. For a greater perspective, you should watch traditional sculptors videos. Then you will get a good idea on how the clay works and everything, how the anatomy and everything. I don't know how, I don't know your profession, but I will give a general idea of how to be a sculptor. So don't mind if I talk too much of if I'm a professional or something. I am not that kind of person. I will just give 100% about my all to you in order to get you prepared well on your career. So you have to watch the traditional sculptors video in order to get a concept of how the clay works and everything. Then you will get a easier way of working after you have watched the traditional sculptors work inside the ZBrush, because ZBrush is entirely based on traditional works, but it is entirely digital. So you will get a lot of ideas from traditional sculptors. So my recommendation will be watching traditional sculptors. Okay, now what should I'm asking, sorry, I'm adding the folds on the skin folds. Then let's see how it will be turning out. I think I might finish in an hour. So explaining every inch by inch will be a headache for you. You won't have the patience to hear what I'm blabbering. Just I'm going with reference image. That's all. That will be a much simpler way. So here we have a cheek bone. So this portion will be somewhat sharp edge. This portion will have some sharp edge. So keep in mind that this will make the photo very much realistic. I'm just smoothing it out. Just smoothing it just by pressing the shift key and just getting on with all the details and stuff that I have done. That's called smoothing. It will eliminate all the rough edges over the sculpt that we have done right now. I have added much clay influence. I have to eliminate. You have to be careful about sculpting, otherwise you will have too much. Traditional sculpting is somewhat risky because we can able to touch something like we do in this digital sculpting. We can hack into anything, then we can make something like this. Hack means just we can reach all the parts that we can able to make, alter and everything. So it will be easy for digital sculpting. So this is the best option that we can if we learn some modeling tool like ZBrush. ZBrush is so powerful. So yeah, getting good this. Mm, now I have to make something around the eyes. So you won't able to get much of what I'm doing right now because of the um, photo behind our model. But it won't be matter because you will also be doing something like this. I have done just by clicking and dragging all over the surface. I am using clay builder brush. Clay builder is very easy and very helpful for all the adding and subtracting things. So next thing, let's go for the size. Now I'm just doing something like this. I'm subtracting right now. Uh, for doing a hair, you should always maintain asymmetrical pattern because hair should be asymmetrical, won't be asymmetry. So just do something like this if you don't want to like this, and you can always rework or remodel anything. If I have to, hmm, I have to do some thinking also because the hair will follow the head, right? So okay, now let's see what I have to do. Will be the nows. Now is coming right from here. I have to add a lot of depth in here, I think, but it's okay. Now I'm currently working under 500,000 polygon. Okay. Previously I have said something like backface masking. Like if you draw something here, let's see. If I draw something out in here, oops. Okay. Without using backface masking, you will get something like this. I have said in the previous video, but this will be a good way to show you now also. So backface masking, what it will do is if you add something in here, it will take something from the front face too. So that polygon will be pulled from the back or from the place that you are doing. Now what mm, this is inside the alpha, sorry, brushes, and going to the auto masking, and then you will have a backface masking. That backface masking will do is the brush that you are currently having is my clay builder brush. For the clay builder brush, it will get activated to the backface. If I get activate the backface masking, then I draw the tool, then it won't work on the back side of the object. The same goes for the move brush. If I move something like this, it will get moved. But if you activate backface masking for move, then your compression, sorry, if your compression method will get reduced. Example, if I activate the backface masking, I have a shortcut for backface masking, so I activate the backface masking. But now I am moving the object on the back, but it is not working because of the backface masking. So backface masking is very much important. So you have to understand the backface masking if you are working in a thin surface or like this. And let's get serious and work the model. You have to adapt before starting into a phase because your brain will be entirely fixed with if you have been using ArtCam for your life, then you have been working with the shortcut commands line. Just using lines will not be enough for ZBrush, so you have to work differently or approach differently for ZBrush because Arkham and ZBrush is entirely different. ZBrush is working in a three-dimensional way, and Arkham is entirely a 2D way. I think so. Mm, then I have to keep a close view on the finisher because it has much less thickness, right? So I have to make sure it is even. Oh God. Sorry. You should always work with references because reference is the most crucial thing that you have to do. Because if you haven't seen, if you have a photographic memory, then you don't need a reference. Otherwise, you have to use reference because reference is the one thing that will make your object much like the same. I don't know whether I'm working correctly or not, but I don't think you will get something like this undercut. I think so. Um, if you do have problem engraving this, then just ask me that I have to. If I have to alter the model, then ask me. I will just alter it out and give to you again. Okay, ZBrush will automatically saves you for some time. That will make our job safer. So it's a handy feature. Okay. Now, so I have to. வணக்கம் தலைவரே ராகுல். Sorry, Rahul. Um, இது வந்து ஒரு ஃபாரினருக்காக மேக் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். ஸோ அவருக்காக இங்கிலீஷ்ல தான் பேசிட்டு இருக்கிறேன். Raghu is my school friend. How yeah, hostel mates. How are you, Raghu? இங்கிலீஷில் பேசுகிறேன்னு தப்பாக எடுத்துக்காத, வேறு வழி கிடையாது. ஃபாரினருக்கு இங்கிலீஷ் மட்டும்தான் தெரியும். He's a European. He's Europe, I think. So, okay. I have given the features and everything. I'm so good. So good. Okay, let's get back to our. I can always use the Darmstadt brush. It's a smooth kind of smooth brush. You can activate the intensity. If you alter the intensity, that example, if I get a 100% intensity, my thing will be like this. If I get 20% intensity, it will be like this. So you can see the actual differences in here. So this will be the reference of the using intensity. So it is enough, I think, for now. So I don't think this is too much of for now, I think. So let's reduce the intensity. I've been working with the intensity of 40, so 25 is enough, I think, for the nerve that is popping on his head. So let's do that. So it's enough. Okay, now activating the floor. You will see the nerves going up to here. So that's it. Okay, now I have to refine all these things, and then we'll get into the hair and finish the model. Sorry for that. Um, okay, fine. Okay, let's back to work. Phew, I get messages so frequently right now. So if you want to access the ZBrush, then I should recommend that you have to use a drawing tablet like this. So it will be much handy for making the work. So it will be make your work so smooth, and it will be helpful in a lot of ways. The mouse will make your wrist very bad, I think. So drawing tablet will make your work faster. Okay, let's get dive into the details. So I'm cranking up the resolution. I am currently working in 2 million polygon. So basically we have been like this. Now we have been further like this. So this is our 2 million polygon. Now our details will be very crisp and sharp. So I'm going for a very delicate work. So the smoothing is also pretty neat. So see, one more thing that I have to do is read animation, and then I have to subdivide the model. Um, why do I have a pink color? Okay, I have changed something in here, so this material will look like this. So that's the reason. So just keep it at white color, and that is much better for you. Then I am ready. This I'm going to divide. I'm going to divide. Now I will work in here to get the model much more better. Sorry, even my pen is hot. Okay, I'm having some trouble, I think so. Okay, now wait a minute. Okay, now we have to add some little muscles in here that will really pop up the folds of the head. So that way, அமைதியா விளையாடணும். ஏல் அமைதியா விளையாடணும். And just smoothing it out. Not doing much of a difference in here, but this little detail will be a huge help. I'm going for a mm, so I think I have some network issues. Mm, I have to finish this up so quickly. I will tell you something much more for using a curve. If you are, if your hands are not so much steady, then I will tell you some method. Sorry. Okay. What the trick is, if I draw something like this, see, if I draw something like this, it will hit some just jerky curves. So if I get into a stroke palette, then go into lazy mouse and crank that lazy mouse button to up to some thing like you want. Then if you get something like this, you will have a tail that you follow. Then you will get a smoother arc. You can even increase the tool. Then you will get a huge line. Then you will get a ultra smooth. Then you can even shortcut and use that at your advantage. So stroke is very important. Okay, then now I'm going for the hair. Let's do the hair. Okay, now what should we do? We have to be careful with hair. So hair is making all the drills. So I'm going for a very a highly intense dam standard brush that is called a slash brush. You can always see all the brushes in here. Slash brush. I have some custom made brush, but I'm not going to use that because since you don't have that brushes, and this slash brush is a default brush, so it will be good. So slash brushes. Example, let's see how the hair will look like. I don't think it will be best to make our own hair since we have a good reference image. So I'm going for a. I'm going to. So one more thing that if you have. Hi Anna. One more thing that if you have 2 million polygon and then you have you if you are going to smooth the brushes, then you will get mm, half the smooth. I think there are a lot of polygons in here, so the smoothing will happen at a much slower rate since it has to polish all the polygons that it has to. So the smoothing will be take longer than average. சிவானந்த் நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா? Okay. Now I'm going for the floor, and then I will just do as it is. Where are the hairs are going? Where the hairs are going? I'll do exactly the same. That way we will get a much finer look and feel. So here are the things that we have been experiencing right now. So Shift P will show you all the things. So I have to make the hair in my own way, I think so, because there is not much of a detail. Let me take a shot note on this, and let's look. Okay, the hair will be like this. Let's get deeper. So this is how much the hair that he's having. Now let's compare with what kind of hair that you have. You want this kind of hair, huh? So this kind of hair is okay. Let's make something like this. What he has done right here is okay. I have to undo all the things that I have done right now. Otherwise, if I like this model, and I can even duplicate this and work on a newer model. But it's a simple process that I can just click and drag something like this. So it's not much of a big deal. So you can even change the timeline. I think this is nearly 200 steps that I have to redo. Okay, I have done everything. Now, if I work on this, what the saying is storing this action to the undo history will remove 253 undo history entries. Okay, then okay. Example, if I press something like this, if this stroke have to stay on the timeline, but our timeline is in between the timeline that has 253 undo histories. So click OK to save this. Otherwise, we can't able to work further. Okay, now what I am going to do is going for the clay brush, and then make something like this. Then after this, something like this, and some other things like this, and sharper thing like this. Now I have like this. Now we can able to do a lot of editings. After this, I will show you how that's to be made. Okay, now let me work on this. Just simple adding up the details in here. So that won't be a big of an issue. I have to do here too. After this, I am going to subtract in order to get the way of what. Okay, yes, I just pressed yes in order to make my brushes bigger or smaller. You can even use a spacebar to hack all the tools in the upper corner, sorry, top title bar. So you can even use space, or just I am using I'm changing sizes of the brushes often, so I will just stick to that. Okay, now let's see. We are going to subtract all the gaps in here, so we can get the model. Wait a minute. My shoulder is in a lot of pain. I think that's why I can't able to work fastly. Sorry for that. It's my fault. It's my issue. Sorry. Okay, now what I'm going to do is now I'm going to subtract. You can either press alt and subtract the portions in here, or you can always do subtract and then just work in here. That way you don't have to press alt now. If you press alt now, then you will add the clay. So just do what is easy for you. I think this hair will look so better. Let's see after I have finished. Uh, Sad for me being like this because my shoulder is in so much pain that I can't even able to work. I have to do something about my shoulder. See, this look good now. Now we can play with the SR, then everything will come right into place. Uh, Now I'm going to lower the subdivision and work on here. That way I will get much freedom of adding and subdividing. So that is the easy thing for me to do. So I always try to work under lower poly counts. So that way you will get much of the bulky stuffs that will get over, and then move to a higher polygon and work your way to get a final details. That is the best way to make a model, because it will eliminate all the um, CPU consumptions and everything, because the CPU consumptions is a very biggest problem for a lot of things. Now I'm going for some other hair strands. And then okay, this is so much better than the previous one. Okay, I will crank up the divisions. Now let's work further. Mm, what should I do? The back very tiny has much to do that. I have to add noise on that portion, I think. So I'm going for a noise brush. Let's spray some of the noises. See, we have different kinds of alphas, so that will take care of a lot of things. See, I get noises in here. So this is so simple. I think this is much better. Now I have to crank up the intensity on the back side. Also, um, let's do this. No, no. Let's sorry. Okay, now. Mm, sorry, the is we can't able to get much depth in this area, so that will be like that. Now let's render. Try see with render. No, I thought I see something. Mm-hmm. Good. This is much better than I have expected. I have to work much closer with closer around the eyes and mouth, I think. Okay, let's do that. After a short break, so I'm going to leave for now, and again I will do this model much better way. So my shoulder is killing me right now, so I'm leaving for now. Okay, bye.